You can get a head start into your New Year's resolutions by using the Great Lock-in method. You can use this time to lock in and start building the life that you desire all before 2025 ends. Because the thing is that you don't have to wait until January 1st like everyone else is going to be doing, when you can just start right now. The winter arc is the perfect time to start cutting out distractions and to start actually locking in. So stick through the end of this video to learn everything there is to know about making this year actually count and actually different. And the best part about all of this is that when the new year comes around, you've already been on the wagon. You've already started working on your goals. So you'll only continue to feel motivated and inspired to keep going. Okay, let's first talk about what the Great Lock-in is truly about. Because the Great Lock-in isn't necessarily about isolating yourself. It's more so about cutting out distractions and getting real with yourself over a certain period of time. The Great Lock-in is about aligning with the woman that you desire to be entering the new year. You're going to use this time to lock in and prioritize shifting into your ideal version. You're going to focus and get clear on your goals and the different areas of your life, like your personal growth, your mental health, your physical health, your career, your finances, and of course, your relationships. But you and I are going to approach this a little bit differently. I don't want this to feel hard or overwhelming. I don't want this to be another thing that you attempt at but don't actually stay consistent with. And I want you to romanticize and enjoy this experience so that you can actually stick to it. So I'll be giving you every single tip and every guidance that you need to make this happen in this video. We're going to come up with a realistic and actionable plan to get you to where you want to be in a way that feels aligned with you. And the very first step is going to be for you to grab the free 30-day challenge guide that I created, which outlines everything that I talk about in this video and what's also going to help you with staying on track with your intentions. Just remember that the Great Lock-in is about devotion to yourself and the life that you desire to live. No more wishing, no more being envious of other people's lives. It's time that you create your own paradise, and this is the perfect time to start. Everyone else is waiting for permission to start. They're waiting until the new year to start planning and making goals that unfortunately they'll probably forget within the third week of the new year. But not you and I. We are going to get a head start by locking in right now, like right after this video. So go ahead and grab the free guide and pay attention to every step of this video if you want to truly see a transformation this time around in your life. Okay, so first things first is that you need to be clear on the type of life that you're trying to build and how you're going to build it. You need to come up with your goals and set clear intentions, because without a plan, you have nothing. It's like getting in a car and trying to get to a new destination but with no map. How will you get to your destination, or how will you get to your desired life without directions, without a plan? Doesn't make much sense, does it? Also, I want you to keep in mind that the free guide that I created is based on a 30-day challenge or cycle. A cycle that is meant to be restarted every 30 days. What this means is that you're not going to stop showing up as your ideal self after the 30 days are up. Instead, you're going to continue focusing on your goals by the end of the 30 days by reusing the guide as many times as you need to. You can do it for 60 days, you can do it for 90 days, or until it's ingrained in you. At least until it becomes a part of you. Until this becomes a habit and part of your routine. So, this is how this is going to go. In order for us to get clear and get a sense of direction about where we are headed and what we want to achieve, let's go over the 5 main areas of your life where you're going to be locking in, and let's also go over the potential ways in which you can improve in these areas. So look at these as ideas and as tips that you can use over the next 30 days. Number 1 is going to be personal growth. This is where you want to think about how you're going to prioritize yourself and your self-development, aka your self-growth journey. Think about how you can deepen the relationship to yourself over the next 30 days. It can be through acts of self-love, like connecting with yourself through the 5 love languages, which I have an entire video on. If you want to dive deeper into self-care, I'll tag it up here and also down in the description below. Focusing on your self-growth can also just look like taking yourself out on a solo date. It can be spending real quality time with yourself. It can be facing something that you've been avoiding or that is uncomfortable. Something like having an uncomfortable conversation with someone, a conversation that you've been avoiding. Or it can also be committing to doing something out of your comfort zone this month, like posting that first YouTube video or going to a pottery class all by yourself. It can even be doing a public speech or something like that. Number 2, it's all about your mental well-being. This just means that over the next 30 days, you're going to be focusing and doing things that are going to improve your mental state of being. For example, you can improve your mental well-being by sleeping more so that you can have mental clarity and so that you can have better energy throughout the day. Even if this means going to sleep earlier. Focusing on your mental well-being means that you're going to start tracking your screen time. It means that you'll stop using your phone excessively so that you can have more mental clarity. Sorry, not sorry, but we need to get the doom scrolling under control because it's literally an addiction, and believe me, I struggle with this too. Taking care of your mental health is not engaging in negative self-talk. So over the next 30 days, no negative self-talk. And believe me, this is going to go such a long way because I'm pretty sure that you don't even realize how often you judge or cringe at yourself. This is something that we do subconsciously and that we do a lot more often than not. So the moment that you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, I want you to instantly apologize to yourself and reframe it with something positive. You're going to go from, that was weird of me, I shouldn't have said anything, to that was brave of me, at least I tried. Another thing that you can do to release mental clutter is to commit to journaling for the next 4 weeks. And my favorite mind-freeing practice, specifically when I have a lot going on up here, is thought thumping. This is when you start writing down whatever comes to your mind without stopping. You just write and write without worrying about how it sounds or how it looks or anything. The point is to get in a flow state for about 5 to 10 minutes and just let it all out. And this is something that you can do 2 to 3 times a week for the next 30 days, and you'll see how much better you're going to feel. And the last tip that I have for you to maintain a healthy mindset is to sit with your emotions. What you may not be aware of is that the majority of mental clutter actually comes from your emotions. This is why you feel so stressed and overwhelmed. This is why you feel low energy most of the time. It's because of the heavy emotions that you're carrying and picking up throughout your day and throughout your experiences on a daily basis. I mean, just think about how many people you interact with, how many things you see and hear that you then subconsciously pick up on as your own, on top of the things that you're dealing with in your own personal life. So this is why this is so important to sit with your emotions and to allow space to process them. Number 3 is your physical health. How are you going to improve your physical health over the next 30 days? Are you going to start working out and eating healthier? And if so, how does that look like? Are you going to go to the gym and sign up and commit to going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week? And you don't have to go to the gym if that's not your cup of tea. This is not the only way to stay active. Just because that's what everyone else is doing doesn't mean that this is what you have to be doing. You can go for walks, you can go running, you can join a Zumba class or a yoga class. You can even just move around in your own home, in your own living room, like doing home workouts or home yoga or home Pilates, whatever. Like nowadays we have access to so much and it's good to take advantage of that. But I will say what's also most importantly is for you to commit to healthy eating. And you can start out slow with this. You don't have to completely change your diet because that may be challenging for you if you don't already eat healthy. You can just start out by introducing more whole foods to your diet. Start eating out less. Start meal prepping and cooking more at home. Come up with a program to start eating balanced meals over the next 30 days. This means having more veggies, more proteins, more carbohydrates, healthy ones, healthy fats, fibers, minerals, vitamins, all the good stuff. Número 4 is your career and your finances. I want you to start thinking about what your goals are for your finances and your career over the next 30 days. Is it to get out of debt? Is it to track your spending? Is it to save more? Be realistic here and remember that it's best to start out small so that it can actually feel attainable to your brain. And honestly, if I were you, I would apply the same concept to everything that I'm mentioning in this video, to all of these tips. And also remember that you can always increase your milestone every 30 days or when you restart the 30-day challenge. This is just going to make things easier for you and make them feel more accessible. For example, my personal career goal is to reach 1,500 subscribers within 3 months. That means that I need to get 500 more subscribers than what I have right now. But being that it took me an entire year to get to 1,000 subscribers, this can feel a little bit unobtainable. So instead of me saying that I'm going to get 500 new subscribers within the next 30 days, which is possible, but maybe a little bit unrealistic, I'm going to write down that for the next 30 days, I'm going to reach 100 new subscribers, which feels a lot more realistic to me. I want you to do the same thing with your personal goals. If you would like to save $2,000 by the end of the year, commit to saving an extra 500 for the next 30 days. If your goal is to become the manager where you work at or to start your own business, what are the first steps that you can take over the next 30 days? Maybe it's improving your performance at work, or maybe it's setting up the LLC for your business, and so on. And the last thing that you want to do for sure is to organize and evaluate your finances. Go over your expenses and see where you're maybe overspending or what subscriptions you can perhaps cancel and revise as needed. Okay, now on to number 5, and that is your relationships. This one is pretty simple but also very important because it deals with nourishing your relationships. It's making sure that you are keeping your relationships healthy and alive, whether they're platonic or romantic. The thing is that relationships play a much bigger role in our mental and emotional well-being than we typically realize. And that's because we're talking about the people that matter most to us. I mean, think about it. If things are not going well with those you care about, you're not going to feel well within yourself. So I want you to reflect and evaluate where or how your relationships need to improve. And if there's no need to improve anything, then think about how you can maintain this balance. This could be through spending quality time with your loved ones. It could be through doing activities with them or having certain conversations that you need to have to bring clarity. It's about figuring out how you can deepen and strengthen the connections with your loved ones. For example, my intentions over the next 30 days to improve my relationships is to be more active and playful with my kids. I want to spend real time playing with them rather than just instructing them what to do all day. Go clean this up, go get ready, hurry up eating, we gotta go. Because that can sound like nagging, and it also puts this burden over them and myself. So I'm going to do this by scheduling at least 15 minutes a day where I just tickle them, where I just play with them, where I just laugh with them. And these things may sound simple or small, but they go such a long way in strengthening and building a good relationship. And that's what matters. Okay, the very last step, and probably the most important one, is to set yourself up for success. In other words, what are the distractions that you must cut out? What will you not do? For example, in order for you to log in, maybe you need to spend less time on your phone. Maybe you need to stop wasting your free time on being out all weekend and drinking all weekend. Maybe you need to stop staying up so late so that you can have more time in the mornings to get things done. Or maybe you need to stop having junk food in your pantry so that they're not so easily accessible, and instead you need to start buying more fruit so that you can start being healthier. Please listen to this because this is going to be so pivotal to your transformation and to you actually achieving your goals that you cannot skip this step. You need to write down what these distractions are and how you're going to get rid of them, because if not, they're only going to slow your progress down and keep you from reaching your goals and your desired life. Another really great way that you can make sure to stay consistent is by doing this with someone else that you know. So share this video with a friend and ask them to do it with you, or at least to hold you accountable. If you're able to do this with someone else, it's even better because you can challenge each other and keep each other motivated. But if you don't have someone to do it with, just use the comment section down below as your accountability partner, and I'll do it with you. Write down what your goals are over the next 30 days. And since I'm also going to be doing the challenge myself, I'll check in every so often and we can do it together. And even better yet, because yes, I have yet another wonderful, great technique that you can use to stay motivated, and that is to tap into the emotion that you are hoping to get out of this experience, but tap into it in the now. Here's what I mean. You need to tap into excitement and you need to tap into your why. What is the reason that you want to achieve this goal? Why is it that you want to become your best self? It's because of a feeling, right? Maybe you want to feel fulfilled. Maybe you want to feel happy. Maybe you want to be abundant and free. Maybe you just want to feel like you're in alignment with your life and you want to be proud of yourself. Now, remember this emotion and embody it every single day. That feeling that you want to feel at the end of the challenge, feel it right now. Feel it every day. Act as if you already achieved this desire. Trick your mind into it. This is what people call as the law of assumption, and it is wonderful and powerful because it also helps in attracting that desire a lot faster. It's when you assume that you already have it. When you embody that feeling in the now, it opens you up to receive even more, to become an alignment to those things. And it also motivates you to keep going. This is something that I do all of the time with my YouTube channel, especially on the days when I don't feel as inspired to keep going. This is the exact thing that keeps me going. It's the reminder of my why. I remind myself that I started this channel in the first place because of the joy that I feel out of knowing that I'm being helpful and that I'm making a difference, even if it's just in one person's life. It's the fulfillment that I get out of knowing that I'm uplifting other women and that I'm helping them know their worth and become the version of themselves they know they can be. And if I'm being completely honest, it's also because of my mom. She's the real reason why I don't quit. I want to give her the life that she deserves, and I inspire to one day lay her off work so that she doesn't have to work anymore, because she certainly has already worked enough. And this is how I find the willpower to keep going. And this is also how I attract things faster to myself, because I like to pretend and be delusional like things have already been done. The universe already took care of it for me. So what's your reason? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And my love, the very last thing that I want to leave you off with is to simply have fun with all of this. It's to romanticize it, okay? I mean, yes, lock in. Yes, cut out the distractions and be devoted, especially for the next 30 days, but also enjoy the process. Make it fun. Find ways to make it easier for yourself. I actually have a video that can help you be productive, but in a way that feels easy and soft. And I also have a video on how to quantum leap, or how to achieve your goals in a way that's faster than usual, that I think both of these videos will go great with this whole 30-day challenge and the great lock-in concept. I'm going to link those two videos down below in the description if you want to check them out and if you're serious about your transformation. Okay, my love, that is all. Thank you, and until the next time, bye.